Welcome to part 3 of wedding planning. So we had to translate the Chinese guests into English names to make it easier for us to track. And also our wedding guest book arrived. We made it into a photo album of our proposal and engagement shoot photos, and it looks really nice. We are on our way to my beauty makeup trial, and I have my lovely driver because it's all the way in Bondi Beach and I really didn't want to take public transport.
Right. Stunning.
So we finally actually hired a florist, and so I have now informed our floral team of friends, and they are all very happy that they don't have to do anything too stressful anymore. And so we are going to be giving our parents fake boutonnieres just because we didn't think that it was worth buying every single person a boutonniere. All 4 of them are the same for all of our parents. So they look like this, white and little bits of baby's breath and leaves. And they were around $5.50 each. It felt like it was easier for the parents to, differentiate themselves from the older adults as the parents of the couple, but also not have them have like a super big role where you kind of hear of parents-in-laws who just overstep and they don't really know that it's not their wedding anymore and they've had their time. So we didn't want it to be let's make a massive deal out of it. Honestly, we were considering not even giving them boutonnieres, but then we thought, okay, my dad's walking me down the aisle, his parents are giving a speech, my mom is giving a speech. Obviously they will have some kind of spotlight on them on the day. And so I thought I may as well actually get them boutonnieres just to have some differentiation. So that's why we thought it'd be more worth it to get the fake ones.
On the like this? No.
Oh.
Outside. Wait. You're doing opposite.
Oh,
Go up and turn and turn and turn. And then how do I end up like that?
3, 4.
We are doing our menu tasting today, which is exciting. First time back at the venue since booking. We got to choose a couple choices each from entree, main and dessert. So that will be 6 dishes altogether. So I think I'll only go till around midday because we're going there at 10 a.m. And I'm gonna wear my super dress. I want to be in my white dress era. I just want to make the most of this because a lot of married people tell me that being a fiance is fun and you kind of regret not enjoying it as much and just over stressing, and that's definitely me. So I'm trying to still make myself feel better even though I'm pretty much always stressed. Definitely don't expect fine dining unless you've booked a restaurant that is really famous and really expensive. I'm not there for food. It's just not in my nature to, I guess, put food first. Really hope that it will be at least average. When I say average, I'm gonna say I hope I rate the food a 6 or 7 out of 10. So hopefully it's not bad. I am not expecting too much. I'm just gonna touch up the rest of my makeup because I've only done the base right now, and then Bill's gonna pick me up. I just finished the makeup. Pretty pinky in real life, but really basic, and it's gonna have to be this really long puffer because I just get cold easily. I also realized that I haven't actually eaten since 2:15 yesterday. I'm gonna head down now and hopefully the food's good because I'm really hungry.
They're goat's cheese roasted echalot tart with watercress salad on.
Salmon
Okay, I have
and
plans.
meat. Yum. Entree, the salmon.
Sugar-cured salmon, which
And
I
you
think
thought it was too salty.
I think they actually salt cured.
Yeah, salty cured salmon. I liked that one. The other one
was
was
quite
the
yummy.
tart, which was surprisingly good.
Goat cheese tart.
Yeah, but I still liked the salmon more because I just like that more.
I
in
like
general.
meat.
Yeah,
Pause.
or fish.
Yeah.
No. I thought the salmon was really good.
The salmon was
usually
really good.
salmon is so bad. Usually I prefer red meat, but
The salmon is good.
yeah.
It was nice and flaky.
Mm.
A little bit overcooked from what I prefer, but it's still alright.
Yeah.
Beans are undercooked, but I'm hoping that hopefully on the day they get it right.
Yeah.
I think I prefer overcooked beans over undercooked because it's too crunchy.
True, yeah. But crunchy is how a lot of people eat it though. In
that
Western,
crunchy?
Yeah, in Western dishes.
Oh,
It didn't seem that crunchy to me. Not overly crunchy.
Yeah, it's not how I
But
would
yeah.
cook it. But anyways,
Well, Asians like to make it more soft.
yeah. And pumpkin puree
anyways.
was nice.
Yes,
It's
that was really
sweet.
good. Yeah.
It was nice and sweet.
Mhm.
A little bit watered down
Yep.
from what I prefer, but
Oh really? Okay. I
yeah,
liked it.
because obviously they're trying to save a bit of money. But it's still yummy. The whole dish
And
was
then
still
the
good.
dessert was good. I think they were equally good for me. I think the cherry one, like when you first started eating it, is like whoa, and then you start getting sick of it.
I think it's too sweet.
Yeah.
It's good in the first few bites.
Yeah.
And then I felt my
The servings were so big. The servings were so big. Like I'm actually so shook.
Yeah, I'm
They're
so
massive.
full.
I'm so full.
I could eat that like in the morning. I wouldn't have to eat again.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the biggest portions I've seen from a wedding.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Okay. Nice. What do you rate the whole thing out of 10? I'd say like it's like an 8.
Yeah. Let's go.
The only florals our florist isn't doing now are the welcome table florals and the wedding registry florals. So I did these with the fakes we have at home today, and Bill has approved of these arrangements. This one was actually here before and he said, why don't you swap it to the other one? So this is how this one looks. And then here is a bit lower because I don't want our faces covered in the photos when we're signing the papers. So I think they turned out pretty good. I literally just stuffed them in and then this is just how they turned out. All I have to do now is just get friends who are originally in the floral team to either take them there or I'll take them there during the rehearsal if we can keep them there for the couple days before the wedding. I started noticing the split ends, so I just got a trim. She didn't really dry it properly, but I like to go to hairdressers usually once, so I just won't go back probably. But the hair wash was good, the service was pretty good. It was just more like, she asked me at the end, is that dry enough? And I was just thinking like, not really, because usually you kind of get it starred by the end, but she kind of just like did one blow dry through and then left it. So not that it's like soaking wet right now, but it's just like not the best quality. But anyway, she did definitely get the split ends off and it just looks a lot healthier. So I want it to last till the wedding. I don't want to get a haircut until after that. I'm getting married in just a few months and we managed to order our favors for our helpers. So I know a lot of people do wedding favors for all of the guests and they kind of present it at each person's place at the reception tables. But for us personally, because we're on a budget, we just wanted to do a little gift to thank all of our helpers. At the moment, we have almost 50 of our family and friends actually helping us out using their skills and talents, whether that's through music or design, and we are so thankful for them. So obviously we wanted to show our appreciation and we are currently writing custom notes to all of them, but we also wanted to attach a little gift. And so we found this company called Custom Favors and they have worked wonders. Like honestly, their items are affordable and they had a lot of choices on their website. Like I remember us having like 35 tabs open on which one we should choose, and they were so helpful. Also via Instagram, just the communications as well, they were all great. So I am finally opening the package, which arrived earlier this week. Just for some context on what we actually ended up choosing, there were just so many options, but we went with the tea, and I'm so excited about that because we both love tea. Bill's actually more of a coffee person, but I remember the moment he actually sort of converted to still like liking tea. He likes it almost as much as coffee now. We actually also got to customize the actual label that goes onto the little tea bottles. So we managed to design something on Canva and sent it to them and they approved of it and it looks so good. So here is the tea with our little logo. It even has our wedding date on there too. And I just think that this is such a nice little keepsake, especially because me not being the biggest gift person, if I was coming back from a wedding with a little gift, I'd want it to be something that is like useful and I'm excited to use and also just looks aesthetic and cute as well, because obviously it's not like people need a gift specifically and it's really hard to cater for a whole bunch of people to have like a super useful gift. And I just feel like this one's so cute. Most people like drinking tea or at least can appreciate the gift. I'm really excited to be giving this to all of our helpers, our family, friends on our wedding day. So thanks so much, Custom Favors. I'm gonna show Bill.
Oh, this is so cute. Little tea leaves.
Does it look good?
I like them.
It's actually so pretty. I can't remember how much it was each. Was it like $3 or something?
Oh, $3.
It looks so good though. Look at it.
Otherwise, I would have gone for the whole team. Or for the whole...
Yeah, I know. But I think it's so cute. And like they still used our custom logo, which they don't have to.
I love that.
So it looks so cute, right? I just got to edit the video.
That's lit. Liddy McGiddy.
Yes. Okay.
this new desire called.
Yeah.
I didn't know that much at all.
Yeah.
About love
Yeah, nice.
before.
Okay.
It's this new desire. From the first time that you kissed me, waited all night, then we ran down the street in the late London light. The world froze around us. You kissed me goodnight.
Yes.
You be about love before, but now I think keep me in your heart.
And out.
I'm so
And turn. And grab him first. And lean. Yes. Wonderful.
Keep
No, Bill, you stepped the wrong way.
I just wanted to update you guys that Bill got a job. We are so happy. He called me when I was in the office 40 minutes after the last round of the interview, and they said, we know we literally just spoke to you, but you got the job. And we are so happy. It's like an even better salary than we could have imagined. And honestly, it's just so good of him as a graduate, as someone who's been looking for 3/4 of a year and was just feeling so down this year while planning a wedding. And there were so many things up in the air that we had to pause. So for example, we haven't done anything for our honeymoon. We weren't even sure if we could afford Europe or if we had to go to Asia instead. And we also couldn't look for an apartment, and that's why he had to move into my family home. So now we can do all those things, and the plan looks like it's still going to be relatively the same, because obviously we need to focus on the wedding and him starting the job, but we are still at least going to probably be able to go to Europe now, and also we are able to pretty much look for an apartment whenever we can. So I'm so thankful. He was telling me that he started looking a month before the proposal because he honestly just didn't think it'd take him this long, and he said it was a humbling experience. He says that he thinks that this job is genuinely from God. Like, he doesn't think that he even like did much to get it, besides obviously the millions of jobs that he applied to throughout the year. But he was just like, honestly, this is just a big blessing. He's going to do a week, and then they have their Christmas New Year shutdown, and then he really properly starts next year. So obviously it will make us a lot busier now that we are starting to panic a little bit about finishing the wedding planning, but at the same time, long term, and not even that long term, but like for the next 4 or 5 months, he did have to secure something. So we're just so thankful. We're just gonna have to deal with the harder time management now, but honestly, like, it's okay in exchange for him not having to look anymore, not having to stress anymore, and we are just so thankful. So I just wanted to put this into the wedding planning video as well, because in previous ones, you guys know that I have complained about how it has been just so hard on me financially and just added so much more stress to like a normal wedding planning process. So I am just thankful, and I just wanted to include this into the whole planning journey. Here's us a month into weekly rehearsals of our first dance with Maddie's best friend Zoe. I really appreciate her guidance and her choreography. She's been doing really well, mainly based off Instagram reels that we have both seen on our feeds of like first dance rehearsals and lessons you can do. And she doesn't have like ballroom dancing, first dance kind of experience, so we're like her first time clients. So I am very grateful for her and for her expertise. The only thing is I am like kind of comfortable enough, especially as someone who's super unco, when I'm not in my heels, but as soon as I put on the chunkiest, tallest heels that I've ever worn in my life, which is what I'm planning to wear for my reception, I honestly am just a mess. Like, I genuinely cannot do the steps right because they're so heavy and my feet hurt that badly. So I'm actually thinking at the moment maybe of not wearing shoes that high, because I'm just not used to it, and I'm also not used to dancing, so it's kind of like a double whammy for me. And so I'm not sure if I should actually use a lower heel. I might actually try that next practice, which is in like a fortnight or 3 weeks time. I can't really remember, but otherwise it's been pretty enjoyable. It's just been really annoying that as soon as I get the heels on, I feel like I honestly just can't do anything.
You just double stepped.
Oh, sorry.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Now try to like not make your movements too robotic. 1, 2. Yes. 5, 6. Nice.
Oh wait,
and
a double step.
ready? 1, 2. Nice. Oh my days. Okay.
And it's too inwards.
You're barefoot, yeah.
And like when you do like this,
Okay.
then you have to lunge really far. Alright.
Something like that.
Yeah? No. Yeah. You see how you're losing balance?
If you fall, then you better turn slowly.
Yeah, like. Oh.
Also, like when we spin in like gym, called spotting.
Uh-huh.
And that means you stare at something and you stare at it and then turn. And then when you get to the other side, you have to look straight back at it. And you turn, keep looking. And the second you turn around, eye on it. So turn. Yep, and then look at Bill and down. 6. Wait, you guys, you need to speed up a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Nice. 3, 4, and out. 6, 7, 8. Spin. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Wait, that was so good. That was really good.
I don't want to leave, man. You gotta just match me.
I just missed it.
I think the music's playing. Now look at you. Oh wait, we're a bit early. Oh, and then.
Let's start again.
I'm here for another mostly emotional update. It is currently, I think, 57 days away because whenever I go onto our website, it has a countdown, so I'm not actually counting myself. I know some people do that and I'm like, that would just give me more anxiety. But I've had my period for like a week. I usually stop bleeding by now, but I think it's just the stress. I think my body is just like really reacting now. And I told myself not to let the anxiety build up because otherwise I would get to the week of and obviously explode. But I genuinely don't know how to retain it when I feel like people are all just relying on me. So I have to kind of remember the million things that they have to do on top of my own things. And there's still a few things to finish up. And I think the most major part for pretty much any wedding in like the month before is always the seating chart, because you have to decide where people are going to sit and you can only do that after the RSVPs are returned. So there's that too. And we are just having a reception that will be about 3/4 relatives and family friends, which I told Bill if we're going to go more traditional and invite more of like our parents' communities, then I really didn't want it to be more older adults than our friends. And unfortunately, that's just how it's played out to make it fair between the families. So I'm kind of frustrated about that. I kind of went through that little like tiff with myself last week. It's not that like Bill and I are really like arguing about many things against each other. I feel like that all really happened in like the first 4 to 5 months of the engagement. But now it's more about like really just accepting things that we can't change. And if you guys know me in real life, you'll probably know I'm not very good at that. And I kind of just want things my way. Perfectionist about events, and obviously especially my wedding, which will be like the biggest event of my life. And there's just been a lot of things going on. Like, for example, I've asked my bridesmaids if they bought their heels about 5 times and no one has. Constantly add to my own to-do list with the venues because the venues take a couple of months to reply sometimes. And everything is just really stressful, really hectic. I still feel depressed. I still feel sad. I sometimes wake up and I'm like, honestly, like, what am I doing this for? Like, there is genuinely no point. I sound like such a first world problem princess being like, oh my gosh, all of my loved ones can come to a massive event and celebrate me and my spouse. Like, what a hard life. But genuinely, it's stressful. It's really, really hard. It's like, yeah, I'm not going through the hardest time of my entire life, but it's like, it is a very stressful one when it actually should be happy. Maybe that's the whole paradox. Like, maybe that's why it adds to the stress. It's like, yeah, this might not be psychologically the toughest thing I've ever gone through, but it's also actually really, really tough. And I feel like it's a combination of the problems that we're having are actually kind of significant, because I've talked to people who are either engaged or married and they're like, oh, that is kind of a problem. But I also think it's coupled with the fact that I'm type A, I'm a planner, I'm organized, I like things to be done way in advance. And with a wedding, there are just some things that can only really be executed like the month before, and obviously a lot can only be done the week of or the day of. So I think it's just the uncertainty of how all of that especially is going to pan out. You just never really know. And I know that these vlogs are really not really becoming planning, they're more becoming emotional rant time. I apologize for, because I genuinely thought that when I was starting off with this little series that I'd be like showing you guys how I print my invites and like showing you guys updates of my manual for my helpers and whatever. But it's actually just turned into a little bit of a rant center, because even though I have enough friends to rant to, I obviously don't want to go to them over and over again complaining about a wedding which essentially me and Bill wanted. Like, yeah, we could have eloped, yeah, we could have gone to the courthouse, I get it. And I actually had one of my friends say to my face, yeah, that's tough, but also it was your problem. Like, you're the one who wanted this. And I was kind of like, that's not really helping in the situation. I would never say that to you. Another little rant I have, which is like kind of related, but not really, is me talking about like still having to do my 9-to-5 job and kind of trying to prioritize it so that I can plan the wedding without guilt. Friends being like, oh, but don't you like only really do 5 minutes of work a day? Because people hear about how flexy my job is, which honestly companies should be having flex jobs. Like, I don't really see why that's seen as a unique thing, or why that actually like poses me as lazy to people, because I have been really honest with friends being like, yeah, my job's actually quite flexible. Sometimes I don't have much work, sometimes I do have a lot, etc. Depends on the timing. I have like a lot of events to organize, so it depends when the conferences are, for example. And people are like, oh, so you're just lazy, you just have a really chill job, you can pretty much leave whenever you want, you actually don't have that much work to do throughout the year, you definitely don't have as much work as I do. And I don't get why people have a view of me and like work ethic, because I feel like I work really hard, as does everyone else. I get that. And I feel like I've been really trying to juggle everything this year, and some things have worked out, some haven't. And honestly, like, at the forefront of my mind is the wedding. Obviously, that is like way more important to me than my work, and that's just who I am as a person. For some people, they would still prioritize their job over the wedding, which I get. Like, everyone just has different values in their life. But for someone to say that to me kind of just set me off, because I feel like I'm doing the best I can with just honestly survival. Like, if people ask me how my year is going to go, because we're nearly at the end of it, I am going to say survival, like organizational survival, like survival of, yeah, first world problems, but still problems nonetheless. Like, doing work and wedding at the same time with basically no one helping you is really, really hard. I'm not planning like a 20-person wedding here, you know, like it's a big wedding, and it's like a lot of stress, a lot of things to do, a lot of things still to do, even though we are literally less than a couple months away, and that is just freaking me out so much. And it's like I can't even enjoy Christmas because I'm like working towards my February wedding. Like, this is just how it's going right now. So anyway, the fact that some people think to themselves like, oh, she has such like a boring, easygoing job anyway, like why does she not have time to plan the wedding? Like, I don't know, man. Like, some things are really, really frustrating me. If I get a few more comments or a few more set-offs and triggers, etc. like that in the next couple of months, I feel like I might actually explode, and I don't obviously want to show that side of myself to my friends, but it might be coming. I'm not gonna lie, it might be coming. And in the past, when I have had like a massive mood swing with someone who was actually my best friend at that time, she actually turned against me and started to like badmouth me to Bill, which is really funny that that actually happened now that I look back. It's situations like that that obviously make me not want to be vulnerable to my friends. And like, I get it, like none of your friends want to hear you complain over and over or like explode in anger. I'm not getting angry necessarily at them, I'm just getting angry at my situation. And as my friends, I feel like they should be listening to my rants. This just turned into a whole kind of emotional blur rant to you guys, but I just feel like I need some kind of outlet, and this is probably the closest thing that I have. And it's just everything blowing out of proportion, blowing up in my face. And I know that part of it is me and my anxiety and the fact that I really want the day to go smoothly, but at the same time, it's just like situations and other people making it harder for me, and I don't get that. Like, I really feel like when I help my friends out with their events, especially, I put honestly more effort into them than I do for my own wedding. Like, I would say my wedding, I'm putting in like 120%. I feel like when I help out with my friends' weddings, obviously not doing everything for them, like I usually get 1 or 2 roles, but it's just like, I put in so much effort. I literally put in 200%. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. Like, event planning and helping my friends out with their events is my love language. Like, that's genuinely how I show my friendship and how much I love and appreciate a friendship. And so I just feel like everything is so frustrating right now. Like, I feel alone in this. I feel unsupported. I feel really, really emotional all the time. And it's really affecting my body, health, physical, etc. Like, my acne has definitely come back in the past month or so. And it's just getting to the point where I don't know if I can stand this anymore. Like, I still feel like I have like really minor like kind of period cramps, even though my period's meant to be ending right now. It's just so strange. Like, my whole body is like fully reacting to this and I'm just not having a good time.